Hey guys.
Hey Rick. Hey Rick.
You guys look great today.
Thank you.
Final four right here. Today's challenge, you have to create this segment that integrates 3 Gillette products seamlessly, but it has to be entertaining and you have to have fun with it. I know you're going to be meeting up with them in an office, you know, so it's sort of like an environment that you're probably not used to. So please don't get uncomfortable, even if there are 10 suits watching your every move. I mean to scare you. You're going to be judged individually on this one. Although you're working in partners, you're going to be judged individually, so keep that in mind. Now that we've talked about the challenge, I want to talk about some individual advice. Sean, I want to start with you, and you've come a long way. You have to relax, but still show your energy and bring out what your ideas are. Yeah. You're in the final four for a reason, so keep that in mind.
Great, thank you.
I definitely feel much more confident, probably 100% more confident, just because, you know, knowing what you need to do to improve has been key.
Okay, Casey, gonna go to you now. How are you?
Good.
Your personality is starting to shine. You just need to unleash now. There's something in there that is dying to come out.
Nothing unleashes the beast like wanting to beat
like
a couple
beasts.
boys. Yeah. At this point, I feel like I really am giving it my all, and all 4 people here could easily win this thing.
Over to Meg, Casey's partner for today's challenge. Meg, I like how you're coming along. Most of us do, but today's challenge, you really have to push yourself a little more. Think outside the box, have fun with it, and everything will flow. It'll fall into place.
Awesome. Thank you.
Do that?
Yes, absolutely. There's certain points in life where you have to amp it up. I'm not somebody that's going to let somebody else run me over. That's not the way I work.
That leaves us with the last contestant of the final 4, Brent. You aced it last week. Cena loved you, man. Just continue along those lines of that witty humor, getting that out there, and straight delivery. It's perfect. Keep up the good work.
Here I am, top 4, and of the people left, like I think I can win this, and I want to.
All right, and before we get to this challenge, just keep in mind as well, you're not only presenting and pitching an idea, but you're actually pitching yourselves too. So that's it. Go get Gillette, go get the brass, and we'll check in with you guys again next week, all right?
Awesome.
Have fun, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Rick.
We just spent the last, I don't even know how long, doing so much stuff to try and prepare for this pitch. Like, it felt like it was a week and it happened in a day. Like, it was just so much preparation. And it all comes down to actually making the pitch. So we, you know, after all this prep, we're sitting there waiting, and they call us, and it's time to go. It's time to go make the pitch to the Gillette representative.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, Meg.
Right.
How are you?
I'm good,
Very
thanks.
good, thanks.
Thanks for coming in, guys.
Our pitch started with Casey. She did a little bit of an intro and just kind of a warm up the crowd feeling.
All right, so I wanted to start this presentation with a story from a couple years ago. I was working at the reception desk at a gym, and a man not unlike yourselves marched right up to me and said, "I don't know how to swim. I need to learn how to swim. I'm a grown man. This is a skill I should have. Put me in the very basic, very beginner swimming lessons. I need to learn how to do this." And years later, I still remember this guy because it takes real guts to take a risk like that and sort of jump into unfamiliar territory. So I want you two to try and think of something that maybe you haven't tried before that you'd like to try.
I was super nervous going into this challenge because I've never done something like this before.
Kiteboarding for me. I've always wanted to do kiteboarding, but I just haven't got a chance.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I'd say skydiving.
Skydiving, yeah. So what if I told you that you could try skydiving or kiteboarding with, you know, learn from an expert and at the same time be alongside a professional athlete who is also learning a few things?
You have a chance to go and play alongside a pro athlete in a sport that pro athlete doesn't play, and you get to learn from a pro in that sport.
So after we broke the ice a little bit, we got right into the actual structure of the idea.
You have Jim, who wants to learn how to golf, who realizes that many important business decisions are made on a golf course, and he's never been part of those decisions. Casey and I were both pretty nervous to start off with, and I think both of us could tell it in our voices, but as we went on, we got more and more comfortable. So it's time for Jim to step it up. Then you have a pro athlete. He specializes in one sport, not the sport that Jim wants to learn. For the purpose of this example, our athlete is Vernon Wells of the Toronto Blue Jays. Then you have a golf pro. He's there to kind of teach everybody how to handle the competition and to improve their swings and everything like that. So to compete your best, you need to feel your best. The Gillette Pro Series is going to help raise Jim's confidence so that he can perform at his highest level. So you have Gillette Level the Score Better Together. The name incorporates teamwork, just like how Gillette products work best when used together. So right after the idea was pitched, it was time to play the animation.
Hey Jim, want to level the score? Vernon has his pro skills, so we're going to give you Gillette's Pro Series. Studies show that men are more confident when they're clean shaven. Use this Gillette Fusion Pro Glide, part of the...
As soon as we started playing it, I saw a big smile come across both of their faces, and I was like, yes, okay, we've impressed them with this.
I thought it was kind of funny, and that was the point. We wanted to get them smiling and really drive home the point that Gillette would be represented well in this segment.
Now, what could make a guy feel more confident than feeling like they're on the same level as a pro athlete?
They had a couple questions for us at the end, which I actually appreciated because it just gives us a chance to show how much thought we put into it, because we didn't hesitate on the answers to their questions. We had them right away.
How would you get a baseball player into a deep sea diving environment?
It's all about picking the right professional athlete. So, I mean, that's on the production end of it, is you have to be not picky, but selective in who you choose in terms of picking somebody who you know is fun-loving and easygoing, who's going to be game to try something new.
I feel pretty good right now about how the pitch went. I think that we did a really good job in presenting it, and I think that we had a really solid idea.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Great presentation.
Awesome, thanks
Thank
for
you.
the opportunity.
Thanks.
Overall, I think the presentation went pretty well. I think both that Rob and Chris were impressed with us. I think we were a little nervous to start off with, but we did overcome that.
I think I did a really good job. I think I hit the points that I wanted to, and I think I came across as confident in what I was talking about.
Casey and Meg, I think, did a fantastic job talking about how Gillette can help make guys act and feel and be their best in a really confident way.
Meg and Casey's idea had a lot of potential in that the show is rooted in a guy being skeptical about trying something new, and I think that ties nicely into the Fusion Pro Glide because the program is turning skeptics into believers.
Where I think they really fell down was, I really can't see in their segment how the products would get integrated into the pretty funny segment in a believable way. I just think it'd be hard for the viewer to buy.
Girls went first. They got to deliver their pitch first to the Gillette representatives. And while we were waiting for our time to go, Brent and I basically just kind of, got together, went over some last minute details just to make sure, how we were going to deliver things.
I was nervous going into it, but once I got there, I was like, I'm just making a pitch. I mean, it's not the end of the world here, Hello.
I think one of the areas that the guys might struggle, I think they'll do very well with the creative, but I don't think that they're going to be able to execute it as well. Both of them get quite nervous, and both of them have been criticized for that throughout this competition, where